right, so welcome back. So this next activity is called What You Looking At. And basically the idea is examining what you're looking at on your television and your social media feed and books and magazines and materials that come into your home. And so that's why I asked you to pull out your phone earlier. Now, don't look at it just yet. We'll get there. But first, let me tell you a quick story. So I have a 5-year-old daughter. She just turned 5, and she has a fascination with Disney princesses, right? And so, really, I've been pushing for, Princess Tiana, Mulan, different princesses that look from every nationality I can think of. But she ends up wanting to really want flat, she calls it flat hair, and she wants it to be yellow. And so I had to be conscious and have to still be conscious as to what movies and videos my child is watching, what books she's reading, what's coming across on my social media, which she may be sitting next to me looking at as I'm looking at it, because she needs to be aware that people come in different shades and beauty looks different for everyone. And so really it's for me was examining the books that I have in my child's library at home, examining the different cartoons she watches on PBS, and thinking about all those other pieces that help her to build her racial awareness or her racial consciousness. And this is at 5 years old. So when we're talking about what you're looking at, we're really examining what are you looking at that's going to help you become more racially aware, and what are you looking at that's going to take away from or shine a negative light on people of a different race. So this activity that you're working on next is really examining different types of materials that come into your home. So you're going to need to get out your phone if you need it and take tally of the people who come up in your social media feed. And I don't mean friends and family, I mean people that you follow. What race are they, right? If you're not sure, you can put other or skip past them, but pick 10 or 12 people in your social media feed to take a look at. Kind of tally up the tab in the workbook on the sheet as to how many of different races you see. Same with magazines. Grab a few magazines that you have around and kind of flip through the first few pages. What are the races of the people in those magazines? Same goes with books, pulling out books from your bookshelf if you have children or youth that you work with, or you have a classroom library or things like that. Look at the people within those books. What do they look like? How are they showing up? All those things are important. Television is the same. So just really examining what we're looking at and then thinking like, well, who's missing from this story, right? And then those who are in that narrative, what characters are they playing or how are they showing up? Are they stereotyping and bringing a negative light to a person of a different race or our own race? Or are they shining a positive light upon that race or our own race? So take this time now to fill out the sheet and be reflective and make sure to fill out the reflection form, but taking 10 pieces from each box, the books, the social media, the television, and really thinking about that. And if you want to do more, if you want to check off more than the 10 boxes or tallies, then go ahead and do that. This is a really interesting activity. When you're done, then come back and reflect. Now, if you're in a space where you're not around your home and you don't have your books available, this might be something that you do for homework in your group and come back. But fill out what you can here, have that conversation, and perhaps come back at a different time to continue that conversation. All right, go ahead and get started.